Hi everyone, welcome back with Decoeasy. My name is Janny. I'm doing this home decor channel together with Dyanne. And for now, let's jump into our daily DIY. For our next DIY, we only need two of the trash jars. Of course, if you have vegetables in jars, just keep them always and use them for in your decor again. So you need two of them, so you can also use your trash again for something in your home. And we need a couple of bunches of our thicker rope, but of course you can use some wool if you have a little bit of the thicker wool. It doesn't matter, but use something as twine. So for now, the first step what we're going to do right now is paint. You see already, this is not painting. I was already a little bit too quick. Of course, we first need to get off our tag of our glass jars. So I'm leaving it in a little bit of warm water and just melt it off. So, and then we are ready to paint. And here they are, totally clean from the little tags on top of it. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to give it, both of them, a coat with my white chalk paint. So you can use any color you like. I use the white chalk paint and I think it needs a couple of coats. So I will do both of them and then we're going to do the next step. So you see already both of them are painted right now and I did two coats and I leave the rest. Of course, if you want to have it totally in the white chalk paint, then you have to do it, I think, 3 times. If you have a chalk paint which is covering in one coat, that's perfect, but I don't have that, but I like a little bit more of the rustic feeling. So I am going to take now my rope. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take 6 strings of from this side, from the neck of the bottle of the glass jar until the little carved underground until here. So this, I take 6 pieces of this twine length, and from this twine I'm going to cut out 6 pieces. So you see I made 6 little strings of twine for on top of here, of rope, just how you call it. And I'm going to glue each and every one of them over here. And I still measure it out, but you see already I have already a little bit too long. So later on I will have to cut them off. But for now, we are going to glue the first one. I'm just going to, in a straight line, down my jar. And now I'm going to lay down my rope on top of here. Try to get it as straight as you can. And squeeze it on top. So you see already, this is what I mean. And of course I have to cut it out, and I did measure it out, but you see already me and measurements are not going together. So I have to cut off this little piece. So do it a little bit better than I have. So this is already one of them. So I'm going to go place all 6 of them over here. And the easiest way is, if you have one over here, do in the opposite direction the one over here, so you get a little bit more of the straight line. And here you see already the first jar is just with 6 pieces of rope on here. What we're going to do, I'm also going to do the second one, and then we're going to do the next steps to make little squares. So you see here already both of the jars are now with the vertical stripes. What I'm going to do, I'm take again a piece of twine, and now I'm going to make, if you see here, I'm going to do one horizontal line over here, so a little bit over here this way, and the second one I will do over here. But first we're going to do the top, and then I show you the bottom. So I'm just going to make first a little start of my, I do a little bit of glue on top of here and lay my first layer on top of here. So just keep it in place. And also because the rope is a little bit thicker and you don't come to the bottom of your jar, so I always do in the middle a little touch of the glue and just lay your rope inside of here, or else you get gaps all over. So just keep it in place for a little moment. You see here, just this way. And now I'm going to do a little glue on top of the second one. And again, lay your rope over it, keep it in place for a little while, and just go over and go again in the middle of your jar. Just do a little dot of glue over here and lay again your rope inside of here, squeeze it a second, and then we're going to the third one of our rope. And again, we go over to this side and we do over a little bit of glue on the third one. And of course, again, keep it in place. This was hot. So be careful what you do. So be careful what you do. Use your fingers if you have your rope fingers. Normally I almost never burn myself, but it's not always a great thing to put your thumb inside of a hot glue. And you see again, go over to the fourth one and again, and go further and further so you have a nice straight line and without gaps, because you do in the middle every time a little dot. And here you see already the first row is on top of here. Now we're going to do the second one, and I'm going to do it on this height because I want in the middle of here I want to do something, but I show you that later. But for now, again, we are going to start again putting a little bit of glue on top of our rope and just keep it in place for a second. So it's so, and again we are going to do one little dot of glue in the middle of our jar and just lay your twine inside of here so you don't get gaps. And again on the top of the rope and lay it over here. I will do the rest and then I show you how both of them are looking like. And you see here already my 2 DIYs with the little rope squares on top of it. And I'm going to do first now, I'm going to paint my lids with the school board paint black. Of course, you can use any color you like. I like the color black, so I will paint it in the black color. So the only thing what we need to do with our little glass jar is we need to do the top. We still need to do with some twine also, because I think that finishes it off a little bit nicer. But of course, it is optional. You don't have to do it. If you like it a little bit without, is also fine. But make sure that you still can do your lid on top of it. But because it needs to be a little jar, you still can use it for something inside of here. So I'm going to glue this over here. And here you see already, these are the 2 little jars we will make for the Easter season. And of course, you also can make them for the normal days, so you don't have to do it, especially for the Easter or for something else. You can do, of course, you can do a lemon on top of here, and you have it already a little bit more for the spring season. What I'm going to do, because I want to use these jars for the Easter season, so what I'm going to do is take some pieces of scrap wood I have also laying around in my stash. I'm going to, this one I already was from an old banner, but I like the shape, so I use only the silhouette. And I'm going to go ahead and just place it on top of my scrap wood. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a flat underside. So I'm going to, here it is round, but I'm going to make it flat. So I'm using a little piece over here, so it will be over here. And now I'm going to do it a little bit wider, a little bit bigger than he is right now. And I'm going to make 2 of them for on each jar, 1. So I will go outside outside and we are going to saw this out. And before we go outside, I just wanted to show you how they turned out. And you see, it's a little bit difficult to see when you see it right now, and I see it myself too. I think, must it be a bunny? But I hope eventually it will be looking like a bunny. So come on with me outside. And here you see already how they eventually turned out, and I think they turned out pretty well. So what I'm going to do, you can, of course, everyone can paint them in any color they like. I am going to give it a little bit of the rustic feeling. So I'm going to do it with some furniture wax, but you can do any color you like. If you like the bunny a little bit in the white color or in a pink color, yellow color, do whatever you think is right. I'm going to do in the furniture wax, so it gives a little bit more of a rustic feeling. So I will do the both of the bunnies, and then we are going to glue them on top of our jar. So you see, they are now standing totally in the furniture wax on both sides. Let it dry for a couple of hours, and then I'm going to take a little bit of the soft towel, and I'm going to wipe the main furniture wax off, and so it will only stay a little bit on top of here. So, and then we're going to glue it on top of our jar, and then we have to see if we still need to work with it or not, but we are almost at the end result. So you see, we did take off our lids, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give some, at least if my glue gun is working, working with me, we are going to do some glue on the underside of our little bunny, and try not to do too much, and just place it in the middle of your lid, and of course squeeze it as long as your glue needs to dry. This time I will use it with some hot glue, but of course you can use any glue you like. But for the hot glue, I'm always say, if you want to do something different on top of it, it's a little bit easier to get off. So you see already, this is one of them. I'm going to do the second one also. So you see, both of them are glued on top of our little lid, but I find it a little bit, it needs a little bit of a finishing touch. So I'm going to take my buffalo check ribbon, but with a little small plait, and I'm going to fold it together. So just do it this way, and this one I'm going to glue over it from the back side to the front side and back, and then we are going to make a little bow for on top of here, or maybe something here. So we will see, but first I'm going to give it a nice round about my bunny, but I show you in a moment, then it's better than my English. And here you see already we did a nice piece of bow around the neck of the bunny. The only thing what I'm going to do, I want to make a boy and a girl, so I'm going to give one of them a bow over here and one of them a bow over here. And then we are ready to do the end result. And here finally you see the end result of our Easter jars we made out of trash, because the jars already were ready to throw away. And you see already you still can make some home decor for your home. So I am really loving how the jars turned out. And of course you also can use them without the lids. You only use the jar. But I also love this one. So I hope you just got a little inspiration from it, and I hope to see you in our next DIY. And before I am really going, I have to show you also a sneak peek how it is without the lid. And you see already, it's also a nice home decor piece, only with the white chalk paint on top of it and the rope. And you can do some greenery inside of it if you are not into the Easter season and the Easter decorations. But I also wanted to show you how it is without. And you see here, the lids are over here for everyone who really enjoys it. But for now, I am really going. I see you next time. Bye. So this was it already for our daily home decor inspiration. If you like this content, of course, we hope you will consider subscribing to the Dyanne and I channel. And for now, we wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day.